Who has hooked up with their teacher? My girlfriend grew up in Clearwater and moved around Dunedin, and she's gonna kill me for saying this.
I was like, "What's going on? You're making me nervous for her." I'm about to kill you for her.
Someone she went to school with.
Okay, yeah.
There was a teacher that was very, very, very creepy, and I mean this school is very close to where we are in this current moment. I talked about how there was a teacher that I wanted to badly, and she followed me after I graduated, and I definitely thought something was going to happen, and I think I handled it wrong. I think if I was, because I'm probably like 21, 22 at the point. If I was my age now, I think I could have.
Yeah,
maturity
21, you're
wise,
like, yeah,
I don't know what
you
I'm
don't know
talking
what I'm
about.
saying.
I'm like, hey, you want to see my Hot Wheels cars? Like, what am I going to do with that?
Yeah, I agree. It's like a little intimidating. But now you're like, you know what? I'm a grown man. Let's do this.
Hey, Morgan, you know someone that ended up marrying the football coach of your school.
Yes. So it's a crazy story. Back in my school, I'm not going to disclose too much, but my small town high school, one of the cheerleaders, there was a rumor that she was hooking up with the coach. And I saw on social media recently that they're about to get married. So
no way. Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
So they were definitely hooking up when she was in high school.
Oh, yeah.
Allegedly.
What do you think? What do you think? Well, we're not saying her name, so she did.
Yeah, she totally did. Yeah.
They're getting married, so they did. What do you think her parents think? Like, could you imagine, Morgan, going to your parents and being like, "Hey, guess who's coming over for dinner, Mr. Smith?"
That's why you got that A.
Be like, what?
I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Everyone seems very bought in. Everyone's on board, though. So I don't know what's going on there, but they seem really happy.
Yeah.
Did you comment on the post? Hey, girl. Congrats.
I have not.
Also, because I know we have a lot of, obviously all the schools that listen to us, but also we've got teachers. I never hear from coaches. We got any coaches that listen to us, and why are you all creepy?
It's always the gym teacher.
I'm just kidding.
It's always the gym teacher that's doing some wild stuff.
But it is. Why does it always come out that it's the damn gym teacher?
Gym teacher or history teacher.
What is that? Someone make it make sense. Now, this one is different. Topher.
Yes.
Which, by the way, Topher is totally a name of someone that hooks up with teachers. Topher is like the cool kid in class. You hooked up with your high school math teacher, and then you didn't stop there.
Well, it was the same teacher.
Oh.
So he was my high school math teacher that also was my my college professor. So.
Wow. And
how did this start? Like, how did you know he was interested in you? How did you pursue him?
It was not planned at all. It was, I ran into him at a campground, and it kind of just led one thing to another from there.
Did you always have a crush on him? Did you think he was a hot teacher?
Yes. I always had a crush on him,
and
so it was not.
You see him at the campground. I'm assuming you're of age.
Yes, of course. This was years later.
Okay. And when you see him at this campground, I'm assuming that you both are in probably short shorts, right?
It was clothing optional.
Oh.
Were you at a nude
crap.
campground?
I was at a nude campground, but I wasn't nude. No.
Was he?
But he was.
Yes.
And you were like, oh, yeah. I got to go in and shoot my shot.
I knew it.
So did you approach him?
Actually, we were our campsites were next to each other, just ironically.
No kidding. Damn. All right, Topher.
So it was like the universe.
Topher, you got it.
Was it worth it?
Good question.
I'm sorry?
Was it worth it?
Yeah.
All right, hey, Topher, you got to listen to listener Ashley with this story. This is crazy. All right, Ashley.
Good morning, Joe.
Good morning. What are you, swallowing your phone? Go ahead and talk to your phone again. What was that?
No.
All right, that sounds a little bit better. So you didn't hook up with a professor?
I did not hook up with a professor.
Who did you hook up with?
My friend's dad.
What?
What do you mean?
Yeah,
what?
well-
How? Why are you still friends with this friend? And does she know? So many questions. So many
She's actually
questions.
the one that got us together.
What?
I would never.
No.
What'd she
Why are
say?
you lying? She's
like,
doesn't
I
know.
want you to be my stepmom.
Yeah, it was interesting. I met them through, I was doing volunteer work at an exotic animal rescue, like sanctuary, and he was one of the keepers there. And so I had kind of worked underneath him, and I met his daughter through the program, and she and I became friends, and she was like, my dad would, y'all should X, Y, and Z, and it was a thing for a short amount of time. But yeah, that's something that happened.
Was Carol Baskins aware of what you were doing?
No.
She didn't know?
I don't know if that's a great friend or what.
I mean, I think it's a great friend.
I'm conflicted.
I mean, isn't it kind of nice
Because
when
now you're going to look at this
we
girl.
hook each other up with people? Like, it's a nice thing, so why didn't she do a nice
if your mom
thing?
was single, you wouldn't be welcoming
Like,
in and be like,
yo,
hey.
Jay, get my mama.
Yeah.
Like, yo.
You would not be okay with that.
You would not.
Then you'd be calling me daddy, and I don't think
Right.
you need that.
Yeah, I would not be okay with that. All right.